Okay, here goes nothing. Maybe it is nothing, let's try this. Are we up? My CPU is now burning at 40%. I don't know how long this thing can survive at that rate. Let's see. Let's get rid of the last few programs that are not running here, that are not needed. Okay, that's it. Every piece of software in this machine is now off. Good morning, guys. Hello, hello, hello. I have no idea about the audio sync here. Temporary new interface. Let's put some information in here. We'll repost this a few times today. Let's give this a shot. I've got no idea what's happening. You'll see on the right hand side of the screen the controls for the iPad. That's it, sitting there. The iPad is hovering over my bench here. Yeah, the last picture with the iPad. What is it? I can't see the little tiny one. I can't see what it is. The mic, what it is we're doing another temporary patch here, something I haven't tried before. The mic is my lapel mic hanging up, but it's going into a USB audio interface. If I try plugging it in or using the laptop audio, we get the fan noise. So it's still fuzzy. We've still got a ton of fan noise. My CPU is roaring. Anyway, we'll do what we can do. As I said in the comment that I posted there, we have a brand new video interface coming. DHL tracking tells me it'll be here on Friday. Until then, we do what we can do. And as far as the work goes, you know what I'm up to here. It's going to be not specifically interesting today, it's just round and round and round all the way. This is the light blue block for our microwave. Also, I'm not able to zoom in like I can the other time. Anyway, better than nothing. It's not. Just take a break and hopefully we get the real setup. Oh, you're on the TV show, were you? I didn't see it. I have no idea how it turned out. I was part of the live part, so I know what that was about. But all the parts that were on pre-recorded video, I didn't see those because we were at our workbench behind the scenes there. We were too busy getting the workbench ready to watch that part of the show. So I have no idea what the rest of it was really about. Hopefully they're going to send me a dub of it later. Using the iPad like this is an interesting idea, plugging in the camera. I tried it first last night. I plugged the iPad in through USB and directly used the OBS streaming software for a test. And unfortunately, it wouldn't work. It doesn't just pick up any old video that's in the computer. It needs to be in a specific format, and this one didn't work no matter how I changed the settings. So what we're doing now, it's a real Rube Goldberg setup for sure. The iPad is connected to the MacBook through a standard USB cable. The MacBook wants to see that as photos, so I have to shut down the photo app. And you open QuickTime and start what's called a new video recorder. So there's a QuickTime window open on the Mac right now. and it's showing the iPad video input. It's not recording, it's just a window showing the input ready to click the red button and start recording. Then the OSB software has a facility that allows it to watch windows, watch the content of a window on the computer. So OSB is watching that window, seeing the content of whatever is in that window, and then streaming it. So this is insane. We've got all different kinds of video rendering happening at different levels here. And that's why almost certainly there must be some massive synchronization delay here. If we just try this, you can see my window here. This is pretty much live, the MacBook with the mic. If I do this, what am I here? How can I do this both ways? Well, there you are. So you see my hands on the block, up, down. So it looks like about 1 second delay I'm seeing, but what you're seeing at that end, I have no idea. Sound is bad, I said, because we have a Rube Goldberg and a... So all will be fixed, I believe, next Friday. I have a brand new interface box arriving from America Friday afternoon. It should work much better than the system we have now. So for those of you who are new here, this is a temporary setup, I'm sorry. Poor video, poor audio today. It's all due to equipment failure. Yesterday in the TV station, it was finally done, and those guys were totally professionals. And being in that studio, the gear that was everywhere, my God. Racks and racks and racks of gear, cameras on ends, backup stuff all around the room, lights. The whole roof of the place is a giant mesh of lights, all with numbers, and it's all controlled, from a distance. It was so much fun doing that. We've done that thing, that sort of thing many times before, but it's always fun. It's so good to be working with people who really know what they're doing, a bunch of pros. I'll post again. You see the people who don't know, so I'll post again. I'll post this a few times during the stream today. Of course I sleep in the shop. You know what to do? Go sleep outside. Oh dear, CPU 42% drop frame 0. We might be hanging in here, Well, that sleeping in the shop thing, it's no big deal, I mean, my family has grown up and flown away. I'm single guy. There's nobody at home waiting for me. If I got on a train 2.5 hours and went home, it'd be a dark, cold house, nobody there, and 2.5 hours and then coming back here. That would be pointless. 5 hours a day of my life on the train, it's just where my home is. That's all I could afford to buy when I bought it 15, 20 years ago. So it's a no-brainer for me to stay here. It's okay, there's food everywhere in Asakusa, beautiful, fabulous food. The public bath is just around the corner. It's no problem for me. It's a feature. It's not a bug. Again, by the way, this is my home. Japanese people, it's really funny. There's lots of different ways to look at this. I was born in Britain, and then when I was 5 years old, or nearly 5 years old, our family immigrated. So no problem. I grew up in Canada, so I basically thought of myself as a Canadian. But while I was living there, we moved around a lot, moved around a lot, moved around a lot. We didn't really have sort of a family home because we moved so many times. So no problem. I'm not complaining. That was just my life. We were quite mobile. So home was sort of where you were. Wherever we are this couple of years, whoever the people I know, my friends at school, these are my sort of temporary friends, my temporary home. That was just life. So for me now, there's still that background is there. Wherever I am, that can be home. That's okay. Maybe I'll be moving again. Who knows? Of course, at the moment, I have no plans to do that. But it's in the background of your way of thinking. This is where I am right now, but maybe it's going to change real soon. Who knows? Of course, when I say this is Japan's my home, it's been 30, what is it now? I moved here in 1986. So it's now 32 years non-stop that I've been living here in Tokyo. So of course it's my home, it's common sense. But Japanese people, when I say that, they're all like, oh my god, he's in such a bad situation, he's away from his real home, he's isolated here. Give me a break. There's also words that are built into the language. That's what we were talking about on the program last night. If you don't understand Japanese, we have the English, the word verb, to come and to go. We have two different verbs. I'm going to go. I'm going to go to the supermarket. I'm going to come home from the supermarket. Whatever. It's two verbs. We don't really think much about it. That's the way it is. Japanese have two verbs, of course, the same thing when they go to the supermarket and they come back. But they also have two words they use with relation to their home, quote, home, the place they were born at, or the country when you're going overseas. So they would say, Canada ikimasu, they're going to Canada. And then the Japanese person would say, Nihon arimasu, I have returned back to Japan. But me as a Canadian, what they expect me to do in the language, when I went back to Canada last year for a visit, they expect me to say, Canada arimasu, I returned to Canada last year. But I didn't say that. I said, I went to Canada last year. Canada ikimashita. And then Nihon arimasu, I returned to Japan. That's the point where they start crying. We're hanging in here. The video's okay. It's not as close up as I would like. I'm sorry. The audio, I guess, is a bit hissy. Listen, you're hearing fan noise. I'm sorry. There's no... No, you don't need to crowdfund anything. I've got a new audio interface coming. I paid the money for it. It looks like the best one. I've read review after review after review. There's a new video interface coming. It's arriving here on Friday afternoon. DHL's already given me a tracking number. So don't sweat about this. It's nothing to do with money. What was it in the end, Dave? What do you mean? The video interface, I ordered a Magewell. I'll be posting about it. I'm going to test it first, I'll be posting about it. Again, going by all the reviews and everything I can catch, it seems. I don't have a link to it. I shut down all the other software here, so I can't. Hunter things right now, so no problem. We'll talk about it later. Lots of people were recommending Elgato stuff, and that does not play with OBS on a Mac. I've any number of forums and places of information on the net. A number of you on this stream have sent me links to cheaper, interesting stuff. Mac is a different world. I'm sorry, this video. A lot of that stuff does not play there. Seems like quite a lot of conversation. I can't catch it all. I might be missing questions and stuff. I'm sorry. The weather is starting to change here in Tokyo now. We're moving towards the more damp, hot weather, of course, but it's been really switching to spring. The weather changes dramatically day by day. We've got very chilly days and some very hot days. The last few days now have been sweaty. It looks like that's where we're going. Even here now, at 8 o'clock in the morning, it's sweaty and it's raining. We have no air conditioning in this room. When there's no wind, there's a windless day. So you cut the windows off at each end of the building, but when it's a windless day, that's it. And we have an air conditioning in the party room, but that's the other end of the building from where I am here. It doesn't do much for us down here. It's okay. It's light and take your own time. If I can move the camera a little bit closer. In one of your older videos, you have toxic yellow pigment. Was it arsenic? Yes, the pigment is called anosakio, and it's 50% sulfur, 50% arsenic. I sneak a lot of English into my conversations. Does that ever get in the way? I'm not sure what you mean. You mean talking with the staff here? Let's try moving this a bit closer. A bit closer, not much difference, is there? I'm going to try speaking louder. What I can do is let me put the mic onto my lapel. Testing, 1, 2, 3. I've got the gain up on this microphone all the way. Yeah, its gain up is all the way. We're into testing, 1, 2, 3, testing, that's it. The mic is at max. Oh, you're talking about the TV program. Did I use some English on the TV program? Yeah, the microphone port, the iPad does have audio, but we can't use that audio for the moment because the iPad's going into the MacBook. It's going into a QuickTime window, and then OBS is watching that window. There's no audio in a normal window. We've tried. I tried setting up before I started the stream this morning. So anyway, hang on. It's just all temporary. Come Friday afternoon, we've got a new interface which has professional audio, professional video. Just please hang on until a couple more days. Now I've got the MacBook mic turned off because it's way, way too noisy with the fans running. It takes a minute to focus it, doesn't it? How did the TV print party go? No, he was okay. The boy on the TV program yesterday, he was really good. He turned out well. On the TV program yesterday, I think it was one thing at a time here. The boy on the TV program, it was okay, and it turned out that it was actually quite easy for us. We had a rehearsal before the real thing, so we were able to show him how to actually hold the paper and put it in. So by the time we had the actual TV shot, he'd done it once already. Now, they had told me in advance that there wasn't going to be a chance for this. They wanted to do it cold, but they had a camera setting rehearsal, which gave us a chance to actually do this. So he knew how to put the paper in the corner. Then the other benefit was that, if you've seen the show, we did one color and two colors, and then they cut away to some other episode for about 15 minutes. And he and I, during that 15 minutes, practiced some more and got it set up and finished the next two colors off camera. And he tried a couple of times till he got it right. Then when the camera came back, they had asked us, put his finished print on the final block, hold the baron in your hand. Camera comes back, hi, okay, let's pick it off and see what it looks like. And if you see the dub of this later on, you'll see it's totally fake at that point because it's a completely dry piece of paper on the block. He's holding his baron on it. Hi, let's see this. And he picks up this dry piece of paper. And nobody else would know, but anybody who knows about woodblock printmaking can see, that's fake, Now, he was okay. He was fine. Most people are, we've structured our print parties so that most people can get through it and make nice prints. We're not trying to make people look like idiots. We want people to make a really good print, and that's the blogs that I'm making right now. You've heard me talk about this many, many times. Many places I'm structuring it, I'm organizing it so that you can get through to the end and make a nice print. That's our number one goal, absolutely number one goal. In spite of being apprehensive that all the new Akira heroes were by others, the round 2 prints are absolutely magnificent. The round 2 prints. I'm not sure what you're asking about. Oh, round 2, the second. Yeah. You're talking about the new Ukiyo-A's heroes prints, the boss fights ones. I'm not touching them. They're being carved by Chon-san and Kawasaki-san. They're printed by Suga-san, Kubota-san. I'm not actually physically touching them. My hands are just in there as a publisher. And I think they are the best prints we've ever made. I'm really, really, really happy. And there's a deep story here in that we're making this transition from David as being the guy who does everything by himself, from David being the guy who is building this structure that can do things without me here. We're in the middle of a very, very long transition. And to see those beautiful prints coming out makes me extremely, extremely, extremely happy and satisfied. Those last prints, the ones Jed calls Meteoric Power, and the boy with the sword killing that robot, and then the dragon. My God, they are just so beautiful as good woodblock prints he works well. I'm so happy that I had a part in bringing this to life, even though I didn't carve them on the print. Doesn't matter. What's our time? 8:30. That was for half an hour. Drop from 0. CPU's hanging in there. I think we're okay. So people in this chat here today that have seen that TV program yesterday, then you're living in Japan, are you? Or did you manage to see it from overseas? I'm curious about that. If you saw it from overseas, how did you manage to do that? The counter for knives is hon, ippon, nihon, sanbo. Yes, I didn't know that, so I can never remember all this stuff. Some of them are obvious, pencils and paper and stuff like that. Oh, information about the TV. Thank you. It's Fuji TV Live. This is subscription, right? Is that how this works? Is it a reasonable subscription to watch? And can you watch all of Japanese TV stations, or NHK included? That would seem like a cool deal if somebody's trying to learn Japanese, how to speak Japanese, and you can watch Japanese TV. A free trial. Sokka. I'm a bit confused by the name. And here in Japan there is Fuji TV, that's a separate channel, but the channel we were on yesterday was on TV Tokyo, not Fuji TV. Yeah, I know John Bain, the Snake. I was going to post about that. But what do you say? So he really was hugely helpful to us. He didn't know it, and he wasn't specifically trying to promote us, but he was very helpful to us. For those of you who don't know what we're talking about here, the gentleman whose handle name was TotalBiscuit, an interesting British guy. He became a subscriber to our portraits prints back when they were first happening. This would have been 2014, I'm not quite sure exactly when. And without telling us, we didn't even know who he was. It was just a name to me. He just became a subscriber. And without telling us one day, he talked about our Ikea Heroes prints and the portrait series. He talked about it on one of his video channels. He has many video channels that did reviews of games and stuff. And I said, we didn't know him, but he turned out to have huge reach. And within days after his posting about our work on his video channel, he had literally a couple of hundred more subscribers. That it wasn't sustainable because a number of the people who jumped on after his promotion of our work were able to continue. They were mostly young people and they didn't really understand what the word subscription service was like. But that's irrelevant. He was hugely influential and helpful to us. His handle was TotalBiscuit. He had different handles, but his main handle was TotalBiscuit. And he became ill a few years ago. Excuse me. He became ill a few years ago with colon cancer and ups and downs, and he passed away. And I was sad with it a few days ago. And he didn't really know what we were doing, but he just stumbled across our work, thought it was really cool, talked about it to his fans, and it had a wonderful effect on our work. After he did that, I wrote to him to say thank you, and I gave him the rest of that year's subscription as a freebie. And I mentioned he asked us for nothing. He didn't ask for money in advance. He didn't ask for anything after he had done it. He simply thought it was cool and talked about it. So there was no quid pro quo here. He wasn't misusing whatever. Just he talked about something interesting. And it was sad to see the news the other day. I can't claim him as a friend. We didn't have any real communication in the subsequent years. But he was pretty a nice guy. John Bain, this is him. And it was interesting, the way I learned about it a few days ago was in the group from the BBC. The BBC News headline. This is interesting. One of the world's most important places where you hear news. When nuclear war starts, you can hear it in the BBC News headline. And this young man passed away, and it was a headline news on the BBC. That's a measure of how much influence some of these people have on YouTube. I'm nothing. This guy had millions and millions and millions of subscribers. And not the subscribers, people obviously really enjoyed what he was doing and were touched by it. I'm nothing. This is a very tiny corner. That subscription, $200 a year, so it's not something somebody can just do casually. Interesting. And this is part of a cable TV package. That's interesting. I'm not using the built-in mic. Again, I'm using my lapel mic. It's going into a separate audio interface and then into the Mac. But the audio interface is not so good. And also, this laptop is making room noise. It's just noisy here in the room. Yeah, TotalBiscuit, he didn't just tweet about Ukiyo Heroes. It was in one of his one of those 3-hour videos he used to do with 3 or 4 of his friends, and they would talk about video games and stuff like that. At the time, it was astonishing to me. A 3-hour video, a bunch of people just chatting, enjoying about video games. I thought, like, people can watch this? But he had millions and millions of people doing it. And he didn't actually quite understand what we were making, because when he introduced our work, he didn't clearly understand what a woodblock print was. He was interested about it from the gaming content, of course, which is well, that's what it's about, so that's okay. Very, very happy to us. Very sad to hear that. 30-some years old. If that happened to me now, I'm 66. If I got something like that now, I'd mixed feelings. I don't want to go. I wouldn't want to go, but I sort of couldn't really complain. I've had a good run and had a bunch of good things. I've had time to do good things. If I was leaving now, I couldn't say, oh my God, because I had a chance. I've had it so many years, 66 years, I've had a chance to do lots of things. And if I hadn't done, then it's my own fault. But people who are in their 30s and stuff who get those kind of diseases, that's a real heartbreak. People are going to kill that stuff, hopefully we can get it killed one day. Probably not in my lifetime. It's just a question of data, learning enough data, understanding how things work, with relationships, how those diseases progress. It's just data. With moon games while he was sleeping, I can understand that. I can understand it. When you live something like this, that's what you do. It doesn't turn off. You don't want to turn it off. It's okay. I get it. I get it. It sounds like a totally crazy fanatic. I get it. Life is just about enjoying yourself in a productive way. Not you got to enjoy yourself and not be hurtful to other people. So enjoy yourself and do something productive for society as a whole. It doesn't matter what you do. If you're enjoying it, if it doesn't take away from anybody else, go for it. There's no other meaning to our time on this rock.
took a photograph of the setup today. I put it up on the website somewhere. Hang on a sec. Here we are. Here's today's setup.
What you can't see on that photograph is the way that the software is connected. I had assumed that once the iPad video is in the MacBook, that all the software on the Mac can see it, and that's not the case. QuickTime can see it, but the OBS broadcaster cannot handle it properly. So what we've got is the video signal is coming into the MacBook, into a QuickTime window, which is sitting there ready to record. I'm going to click the record button. OBS is watching that QuickTime window
and sending it out. New camera's not on the way. A new what do you call it? Video. I keep forgetting what it's called. Capture, a video capture device. Tracking number says Friday. So the next 2 days stream. Today is Wednesday here in Tokyo. So Thursday's stream and Friday's stream will be this same plunge setup, and then if all goes well, the new capture device. Saturday's stream should be this. It's also an interesting question about what you've become used to, you people that are watching this. If we hadn't been doing previous streams, if all of a sudden just this one appeared like today, and here's your view of a carver's workbench, and here's a bit of audio when the guy's talking, the world would go nuts for this, if this is all we have. I think you've been spoiled a little bit by the fact that we've been doing it a little bit better than this. I'm not facing away from the Mac. The mic is here. Is there something wrong? Right here it says the mic, test. It's this mic that's active, not the mic on the laptop. The laptop mic is turned off. I can turn it up to show you. This is the audio on the MacBook itself. That's the MacBook mic, which I'm not going to get rid of because I'm sure it's too noisy. So it shouldn't make any difference where I turn around. This thing's on my lapel. Anyway, I can't talk about this too much. We're changing the hardware. It's going to come up next week. Cherrywood, yeah, we're using our own cherrywood. The block I'm covering right now is cherry that we found in the lumber markets. We split it, we dried it, we pasted it up. The audio is not changing when you move the microphone. Oh, damn, I don't know what to say. This cable here, I'll show you. This cable is running into a USB interface. That's plugged into the Mac, and that's selected. This interface is selected on the Mac. The Mac laptop audio is not selected. Good morning, Cameron.
Whoa, a new setup.
New setup. Rube Goldberg strikes. Sorry about this. So, whatever. It's working, but it's not working. It's better than nothing. It's better than what we tried yesterday, that's for sure. So,
all right, cool. I like it.
Yeah, it's got focus issues. I tried also to set the focus, but each time I move it, it changes, so it's not so. Well, Cameron is here.
Join you this morning?
Yeah, let's do this. I know what the thing is, though. I know these fans are running real heavy. So you'll need some feet. So if I hold this up, take the feet first.
Oh, okay, I see what you're using.
Real high-tech stuff
Yeah.
here. Now we have 4 cables plugged in.
Oh.
But they shouldn't be as touch and go as our normal display interface.
Right. Wow, yeah, this is running hot.
It is running hot, so this one carefully. This is that one. Okay, down she goes.
Is this the one you ordered from Amazon US?
No. That's due Friday. DHL gives me a tracking number of Friday afternoon.
Okay.
I don't get the mic. I know the mic is lapel plugged into the USB interface going in, but they tell me when I change the settings it doesn't make any difference. I'll put this mic in between the two of us.
Okay.
What happened? Somebody scalped you?
Yeah, pretty much. But it was getting too hot. So I just cut it as short as I reasonably could. Got it cut yesterday. This morning, coming up from the station, top of the stairs, I was greeted with a new sign in my native language. Foreign tourists welcome. Feel free to English that it can respond. So this surprised me, but I guess
it's the TX.
I think it's in front of this restaurant right at the top of the stairs.
Yeah. So that's the Akakara show. The super hot, burn the top of your head off.
Yeah. Oh, now I'm coming in much louder than you apparently. Turn a little bit up.
That means that was probably the mic.
Oh, it's getting the audio from here.
We'll tell you what. We want me to find out. Let me just unplug this lapel mic. Hi, okay. It's now unplugged.
Any difference? Can you hear me okay?
Are we solid?
I'm seeing Roland is lighting up.
But it's unplugged. The mic is not plugged into it. Are we solid? What's the response?
No difference. No difference. Everyone's saying.
So Roland just. I'm out of here.
Okay. So you're going to have to shout. Yeah, they say it sounds the same. Okay. Whatever. Quote, the mic is unplugged. So they heard you announce that they shouldn't be able to hear you.
I don't know.
Oh, that's funny. All right. Ant-Man forces. Feel free to English is better than Japanese only, I guess. Yeah.
Did you see the TV programs today?
No, because I was here.
So
no TV.
Some of these people did see it. They saw it over there. This is a subscription service. So it's not the Fuji TV or something.
Oh, okay.
Huh. Some people saw it. They said it was okay.
Cool. I had a friend message me last night saying, hey, I saw you on TV yesterday. I was in there too.
When you get upstairs to start work today, what I'd like you to do is hit for these stats for the JP page.
Okay, yeah.
I want to see what's happening.
See how it affected us. I hope it's a good thing.
Yeah, boy on the TV program. He did okay yesterday. The guy who was doing the demonstration.
Oh, yeah.
He did fine. It turned out we had time to practice during we had a camera walkthrough.
Oh, okay.
So he had a chance to practice during that. The producer had told me in advance, you don't want him to practice. You want him to come in cold. But the cameraman forced, this is a camera walkthrough.
Right.
It gave us a chance to grab that thing and get cool.
Yeah.
So it's good. Turned out okay.
That's good.
It was a nice boy to find out.
Good. Was it the American or was it a Japanese?
No, there's an American dude on there. He was actually, he's very, very fluent in Japanese. Way, 1,000 times more fluent than you and me. Yeah. So it's beautiful.
Not the funniest stuff.
TV talent. His job is to be funny and make noise. And
So he's not the one who did the print?
No.
Okay. Saying the flask of water is for when the blades get too hot, carving too fast. Dip it in.
Or the computer overheats.
Yeah. Seriously. Surprised. I know we've pushed it up to the higher resolution, but is this more than it was previously? Or you think it's an
no, it's much
extra
way more.
processing?
What we're doing
this?
is, this is instant. I first plug the iPad into the MacBook, and
Right.
they can see video. That's just another.
Okay.
So, but then OBS can't understand that particular video. So what we did is QuickTime can see it. This was the Elgato problem. OBS cannot work with an Elgato driver that we've had seen. Yeah. So on the problem. So the video goes into the MacBook. QuickTime can see it.
Okay.
So what I do is I run QuickTime, open a QuickTime window, record video from the iPad. Don't press the record button, just open it up and it's ready. The video stream is there in the window.
Got it.
Now, OBS has the facility to capture what's happening in the window because it's for games for people streaming games and stuff. So it can capture another software's open windows.
So it sees, QuickTime's open. I'll just.
I told it to. I told it follow that QuickTime window. Okay. So the audio, it's rendering here, rendering in QuickTime window. OBS is rendering it, sending it out to Twitch, which is rendering it. It's just
it's working hard.
It's working hard. So
what's kind of sad.
But seeing that window doesn't give it audio.
Yeah,
it's just a visual clip. Right. So the audio has to run separately, which is why I said a USB audio input.
Or so we thought.
So I thought. Minutes 20.
Oh, that's great. I was surprised you set it up at all. I thought you were going to take it down for a few days.
If I hadn't been able to do this last night, I was playing on last night trying to find it desperately to get something together. And if I hadn't been able to patch this together, I would have just closed the stream for 3 days. Because it was pointless. What we did on Monday, what we were doing, I forget.
It was just this camera.
Yeah, just totally pointless. So I would have just closed it for a couple of days. It's not like I don't even know what to do.
Yes, Ken Howlett, sorry about the microphone location. We're working on it. But not going to change in the next few minutes, lest I unplug something and board the stream. Ant-Man forces. You've had this set up for at least 20 years. It was in some photos from the early days. Have you been using this flask hung up like this?
Sure, of course. Cool. The flask, not the iPad.
Right, not the iPad. Cool.
I mean, the flask has nothing to do with the stream, right?
Right.
The light's turned off today because I got enough general room light. If I was carving the carving knife, I would have flask operation.
Right.
If it's continuing by that, so. And in the earliest days of not streaming, it was webcam. I had a webcam facility when I lived back in Omi about 20 years ago. I did try some. What I did was I put a video camera, I hung it from a stand over my head, facing straight down onto the block.
Right.
Put it into my Mac, which at that time was a desktop Mac with a CRT.
Yeah. Sitting
on the table beside me. Yep. And I looked at the CRT with down my knife. And it was also taking photographs and putting them on the net.
Wow.
It was a fabulous view. But the camera was right here.
Yeah.
Just over the block. I had just enough room for my hands to go underneath. So the camera was seeing what I would normally see. And it was fantastic. But the problem was there was no such thing as like a flat screen. I had this giant monitor.
Yeah.
So head bent over to the side, looking at this monitor like this, trying to carve, and I couldn't do it. So I just gave up. But that would have been fantastic. So in other words, I wouldn't see the block itself. I would be working completely in VR mode.
Yeah.
And that's still, you're going to laugh, I'm not really going to try this right now, but that is still an option. Get myself a pair of VR headsets, put that on, sit comfortably, put the block in a comfortable place right here, put the camera right where my head would normally be. Right. So I get the same angle, the same, the same binocular optics. Yeah. And then that, we could cut a feed from that and throw it into Twitch. Yeah. And that's an option, but I'm not so sure if I want to live hours and hours a day inside a VR headset. I'm 66 years old. What's that going to do to my eyes? But it is on the books for giving that thing a try and a test. And if we can do that, my God, the stream would be 100% absolute virtual reality stream. Yeah, they're saying that would be insane. Future cover Dave. mean, we can do it right now. It's not future technology. That technology exists right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then at that end, you can either watch it on a computer monitor or
get your own VR headset.
but what Twitch is streaming? Twitch is streaming what? Normal video. Does Twitch have a VR streaming capability? I don't know about video formats here. This is beyond my experience.
I don't know enough about it either, but I would expect you could just send any video signal to it. It just wouldn't be optimized for virtual reality. Like you could just watch a movie on that.
Exactly. I mean, it's not like I wouldn't be turning my head to look around the back side and stuff. So we don't need that capability. So VR.
Right.
We just need a view.
Yep.
The one day, like when we have nothing else to do. Should we try tomorrow?
Yeah. Tomorrow. It's not the first, so it's okay. Yeah. That's fair. Always lots of things. Maybe do a stream in 3D so we can watch the wood chips flying by.
Well, if it was stereo, you're going to get that.
If you get two.
Left eye, right eye.
VR carving from Dave's perspective, I'd pay USJ ticket prices for that. It's USJ, that Universal Studios Japan, I think that's really, really expensive to go to.
I think the park that was expensive was a Lego park. They basically priced themselves out of business, and they were not closing down, but they were in real prices. Because they said it's so expensive. Even the Japanese consumers, find it a joke.
Yeah. And it's so inconveniently located too. I'm looking it up because I saw that same thing about them having such trouble. It's like, what's the problem? Really high prices, and then there's no train really close. You ride a train, and then you ride a couple local buses. Like it's in the middle of nowhere.
It's insane to find the cars.
Yeah.
What part of the country?
I think Nagoya area, but the outskirts.
And I guess it's also high sell. The kids are going to go nuts. I want this.
Yeah. So paying an entrance fee just to go shopping, essentially.
I wouldn't be first to the screen. There's so many amusement parks down all over Japan.
Yeah.
One giant wave flowing down in the
I didn't know about that one.
the waves and big trees and seats above the ground. The guy had a website tracking it. It's just every week he featured it. It was just endless. No one.
Small and round, yes, different mic. Next time around we'll try again, but for today this is the setup.
I've got a canned response. I put in there. I posted it in the screen.
Oh, did you?
If you put the cursor into the chat, that's first typing.
Right.
And then go up to the
clipboard.
Paste menu.
For those who
look for the one that starts. What does it say?
Handled by a roller.
And then first group. We'll go to first group.
Stream chat. There's a link, a URL for those who have.
Yeah, that's it. Just post that one. Just post that back there. Okay. It just explains to you. I've posted that like 5 times today.
Okay.
Each time I see a batch of questions, what's going on?
Yeah.
These are getting work done.
Yeah. It's coming along.
Yeah, I'm getting some work done. Good.
How many more color blocks are there?
Below, this is 3 of 5. There's 2
5,
more,
okay.
and there's 2 sky blocks. One for the grey sky, which will go up to the clouds, and one for the grey gradation stuff. So those 2 blocks will be actually the same.
Okay.
if we were doing this print ourselves in our own workshop, we wouldn't need 2 blocks for it.
Mm.
We would just have a block that covered the sky zone. We would print it once in a light here and print it again in a dark here.
Got it.
But we can't do that in a party room. Wash it off and wash it off and back and forth. So I'll be carving 2 blocks that are pretty much going to be exactly the same thing. And then used in a different way.
These morning streams really are convenient for us West Coast, North America people. Gotta admire the dedication of the European viewers. Yeah, some are saying it's 2:05 a.m. Dedication or insanity.
You know, I don't know if I have to apologize for now. Global time zones are what we are.
Yeah.
We originally tried to do a morning stream and an evening stream, but there's just no way I can handle that.
It's just too much.
I would like to actually do more carving each day. You know, back when I was by myself, I did 8, 10, 12 hours of carving.
Yeah.
So in that sense, I could have been doing an evening stream.
Mm.
But here in the shop, that's just not possible. I can only do this now, really, because this is outside shop hours. Right. The shop's going to open in a few minutes, and we're done. At the end of the day, after a day of doing parties and talking to people and my normal job, I cannot sit here and do those things.
Yeah. Europeans are hardcore. There was a question. Who is carving the legendary meat series? They've never seen you carve it here on the stream.
No, Kawasaki. A young lady called Kawasaki Noriko. She lives in Kobe. She's an outside carver. She's done all the subscription prints, starting with the second one in the portrait series. I did the chilies, and I started the portrait series, and then just at that time, we were able to get in contact with her and convince her to come and work for her. Yeah. She was a carver who had worked years before, had retired from the scene because there was no money in it, sold her tools. Wow. And was working for, I don't know, a 7-Eleven or a machine sales company or something. Yeah. And we convinced her to come back. She turned us down again and again and again.
Really? I did not know that.
She didn't want to do it. Because there was no money. It was just trouble. She worked for, I guess, the same thing. Abusive people who yell at her. They'll always want it tomorrow. They're not going to pay very much. It's not a pleasant environment in a traditional workshop. You know? And the only way to get it back is I send her a package with 3 or 4 weekly hair prints in it. Yeah. So she just phoned back and said, is this what it's all about? And I guess she got semi-introduced. I asked my mother's son, who she knew, I think my mother's son, I asked him to call her. And he must have like, listen, he just let him on to relax. I don't know what he said, but I wasn't quite sure. Right. And she came on board and she's been with us now, and she was really happy. She's working at home. She was not going to work in a high pressure environment. She wants to work really, really slowly. She works on her own time. On her own time. And she's obviously not making a living at it because she is so slow at it. Those prints, she knows without being sarcastic. Yeah. It's a job I could do in 3 or 4 days. And she is taking to do it. Yeah. But the problem is she gets 3 or 4 days pay. You know, because it's paid by piecework. I can't pay her a month's salary for doing a job that will only take a few days. Yeah. But she gets them done on time. And she gets residuals. Because what we do with other publishers, no other publisher has ever, in the history of Japanese print making, I can guarantee this, no other publisher has done this. We pay residual royalties to the carvers. They get cash up front for the first 200 copies. And we've priced it so that that's about the same money that they would normally receive for the job. Upfront. They turn in the job when it's finished, they get paid, and they're gone. The block set now becomes the property of the publisher, and the carver is finished. They've done their job and they've gone home. It's like whatever. You call the guy to fix your plumbing, fix your tap, you pay him, he goes home. Yeah. You don't then pay him for every bit of water you use. Yeah. We are paying these carvers for every single copy we print from the block. So once we've sold 200, we give it a 200 in advance. And then after that, Yasuo keeps track of it all. And once number 201 is printed, the card they get a portion of that. So over the years, her collection of blocks that we own that she carved for us, it's growing and growing and growing. Yeah. Even now, when somebody orders a subscription prints from the portrait series, X%, 8%. 8% of your money goes to Kawasaki. She gets an 8% royalty of retail for all prints produced after the first 200. Yeah. Nobody else. The other guys think I'm nuts. Hey, you need to pay that with your blocks. What are you paying for? What we're paying for is so these people can make a living, and so somebody else will try becoming a card. Whatever. Printers get paid per sheet. The paper is paid per sheet.
Why not the cover? Yeah.
Nuts.
You're nuts. Historia says, by the way, the print party video was really cool, the new one on YouTube. I really enjoyed watching the process, and just a question, what was the procession about during the festival? How would you describe these processions?
It's shrines. They supposedly the Shinto gods are enshrined in those particular shrines that are carried around the community. And the purpose is for the gods to make his visit when they come out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why it's not enough people going to the shrine to say hello, so God has to come out. If you don't come to me, I'll come to you.
I'll come to you.
I don't know.
They bring it out. I think most shrines it's just once a year, but carry it around. Show the god around its domain. I don't know. But every enshrined deity has some themes that it is focused on. Some are the healthy birth of a child, or some are success in business. Those are usually the Inari shrines, the ones with the foxes, and other things like that. So, yeah.
The tree here in the Asakusa shrine is supposedly the three men. Two of them were facing where they found a golden statue in the water.
Right, yeah.
One guy found up to get it set up. And that was the sort of sense of the temple. Those three people are now enshrined as gods. It's Asakusa. That's why it sounds out. Three gods. It's kind of information. But in real life, it's an excuse to take off work and have a bit of a drink and party. To some people, it's sort of religious, but
not. They're saying you're still pretty hard to hear. I wonder if I can turn this a little bit, or should I? No, just trouble.
I don't know what the mic is on that.
Historia asks, what's the deal with the fridge? I don't know this meme yet. Is this the one for freezing the paper for printers? No, fridge is the owl. Right? But I don't know where fridge started. I missed that stream.
I think it came from the video that I made that was called It's Not Garbage. I used a bunch of examples from my home. The refrigerator in my house was soon tossed aside as garbage, but my wood rock for the last 200 years was supposed to make a point.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, the example that I used was not such a good example because that fridge is still in use and only after now. I got it a couple of months before I was divorced. That would be 1991, I guess. So it's been there since 1991. Which is how many years? 1991. 17. No, 27.
27. That's right, yeah.
And it should be replaced because it's an old-fashioned, high electricity version of the refrigerator. But it still works. So what do you do?
Yeah. Old Faithful, they're calling it, the Old Faithful fridge.
Is that how you date things when you get to my public life? Let's see, was that before or after I was divorced? I don't know.
BD or AD? No.
That's more of a quarter of a century. I've been saying for a quarter of a century. It's crazy. Incredible.
West Wind 77. Dave finally is explaining the fridge meme, and I can't hear him.
I didn't invent it. It was the Twitchers who put this together, Yeah. I don't even know. I have no idea who first started using the word fridge for that mascot. It's there's the owl thing. The owl meme was big last fall when I was printing all those owl prints. And then I redid the video about It's Not Garbage, ready for the Christmas season. Mm-hmm. So something at one of the streams, one of those days, somebody crossed the wires. I don't know. And then my mother sent the actual stuffed toy, and we opened it on my birthday. She sent it. So.
No, it was her birthday. I was right. She sent it in February.
Right.
And it was her birthday. I got a present from her, which I opened on her birthday on the stream. You know. I can't hear him.
I suspect the fridge was getting ready to bow out until it heard Dave speaking ill of it. Now it's holding on. It's doing well.
Oh, did you real
The real refrigerator.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny watching the iPad. It puts this targeting reticle every time it tries to autofocus, and it shows up here on the screen too. So go to different parts of your hand or the block.
You can maybe try that. No, I was trying it by myself, but I couldn't try it because my hands wouldn't go.
Yeah.
You know how to focus it. You know, have you got an iPhone?
Just
you know how
touch,
to focus. Just
yeah.
touch it, right?
Yeah.
Tell it where to focus. But because I'm moving around so much, I don't know if I can make any sense. I'll just do what I'm doing. And you do what you tap, whatever, the point of the blade or something.
The blade is right where the holder is. You play a game. Whack-a-mole.
Did you focus it?
Yep, but it keeps refocusing.
So, because I keep moving.
Yeah.
No, you don't sweat. This is all temporary. I'm not going to waste too much energy on it. What's happening here? I said on Friday the new video capture card is coming, and if it does the job, then my next level is upgrading audio, move to a better microphone,
Right.
and because that capture card has separate audio input.
Oh, nice.
So step one is plug in this lapel mic to see
if that works.
And if it does work, head to Asakusa to get a better microphone. And what I'm thinking about is a mic that hangs from the ceiling here over the top of me.
Cool.
That will pick up stuff. But that might also pick up hiss from the laptop. So I don't know whether the lapel mic is better. I don't know yet.
The sound dampeners that people use for outdoor work, so that
the little screen.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. If it's a lapel mic, that's really not a problem.
Right.
No, I'm not. So I've got a serial card, and I can't sit here talking into a microphone
Right.
through one of those pop filters. And then you're here, so we need a wider scope. So. And maybe we need a little mic mixer with two mics, and we've built ourselves a recording studio.
Yeah.
Anyway, and that once we get that set up, the next step will be I got a camera. So we're going to upgrade this bit by bit, but I just can't jump into it all at once. It's not even so much of a question of money. We're sort of hanging in there for money now. It's okay. But it's a question of just time and energy, and what am I doing here?
Yeah.
Twitch stream is fun, but
it's not the only thing you do.
The thing about that party stream we did, when I saw it in the editing point, I realized I made so many mistakes. We should have closed the window to keep the street noise out. We should have closed the shoji screens because the building across the street was shining so brightly. And every time people moved out of it, the camera focus went onto that building across the street.
So, ooh, something bright.
And it's
shiny.
And then I myself screwed up. I moved the camera to point down onto the bench when I was doing the moistening and forgot to move it back. So all the rest of us had enough that when we're talking to people, we can't see them. We can just see the bench.
Yeah.
So. Whatever, it's okay. I said, we're not a professional broadcasting studio here. We're just trying to hang together.
So, how's the book going, Cameron? So, he's making a book? No, he's trying to read a Japanese book. Wait for the movie. The movie came out 60 years ago. It's an old book. It's fine. I read a couple pages on the train. Slow going, but that's fine.
He's just showing off to the girls, the office ladies on the train.
The office ladies on the train.
What a cool guy.
Yeah. Oh. It is kind of funny though, the way Japanese people seem to, they're not can't speak about the entire country of Japan as being this way, but sometimes you get Japanese people who think that non-Japanese people won't eat or won't do certain things that they do, or can't ever read a book or something, and they get all surprised about it.
But when they see you can actually read.
Yeah, or wow, you can use chopsticks.
That's the oldest trope in the book. But
Right, but I've had it said to me by people speaking seriously. I was really surprised.
I think anything on about reading. I can read something.
Yeah.
Is that? Yeah. Because they're trained to grow up with the idea that their language is this sort of hugely difficult devil's language.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But even last night, it was my wife's birthday, so we went out to a sushi place, and they were really surprised. That we could eat some of the sushi. They asked, "Oh, which one was your favorite?" And I don't know, I like them all, but I really like the uni, the sea urchin. Is that what it is?
Gasping because that's such grotesque stuff. How
Yeah.
the foreigners put that in their mouth?
How can you dare eat that? And so he gave us a full one, the raw thing still moving. He cut off the top and gave us a spoon and said, "Can you eat this?" And so I've got a little video of this moving sea urchin on our plates.
Odori sushi,
Yeah.
dancing sushi. That's
Yes.
that's one of the challenges for foreigners. Not the
Yes.
ultimate challenge, but one of the
And he didn't charge us for it, or for the moving octopus.
But then you had to eat it.
Yes, but it was good. I liked it, but it was really unexpected. We weren't expecting to get. I have no idea how much those would have cost if we had charged us for them. That is like the top expensive stuff, and he was just giving it away to test us, I guess. No, that was my first time at that place.
But a local place.
Yeah, just a local small place run by a man and his wife.
So they knew who you were, maybe, or
No, but I called to make a reservation because it was her birthday, and they found out they have a sign saying reservations only, so I was glad I had called in advance.
so it's a little upscale place then.
Yeah, but it was cool. It was a really fun experience. But
It's
I
not
don't
going to get you back. I mean, a place like that, most of it is just for repeats.
repeat. Oh yeah,
He's definitely wants you back.
definitely. Mm-hmm. It's fun.
I mean, the restaurant has reservations only. It's the restaurant equivalent of time setting.
Yeah. When I was on the phone, he said, like, have you been introduced to this place by someone? Like, Goshokai arimasu ka or something? I was like, no, I didn't know we needed one. And then when I said my name, Cameo, wait, where are you from? I'm an American.
You one of those aliens.
Yeah, I was surprised, but it was good.
Catherine was okay with that stuff?
Oh yeah. Liked it a lot. It's good. Rylock 99. So Dave, are you guys done with the Ukiyo-e Heroes Kickstarter prints?
No. A lot of them are on the way. So a lot of them are still. I don't know where are they? There's 6 of them, right? The first one, so long ago, last September.
Yeah.
The snake one,
Yeah.
serpent, the serpent strikes, is carved, and the first batch is printed, all fulfilled. The Kickstarter now in the shop. The Colossus one, the Young Shake 7, carved, printed, fulfilled in the shop. The one with the boy stabbing the robot, carved, printed, fulfilled in the shop. That's 3. Meteoric Power, the 2 boys with the swords, I think it's at F, I'm not really sure. Carved, printed, very nicely, beautifully, staggeringly beautifully printed, fulfilled in the shop. Well, I want to say before we fulfilled it, I think Jed has a few people still to go because we couldn't print enough in the first batch.
Right.
Then from up when he did fulfilled, that's 4.
Right.
And 5th one is
Dragon?
Dragon. So carved,
Dragon scale.
printed. We screwed up the first batch of printing, had to throw away 80 prints, so on the shelf up there.
That hurt.
But whatever. Fulfilled, gone, and that's now in the shop. So the last of the 6 is the one Jed called. It's the 2 boys fighting with the dragon circling around in the background.
Right.
I don't like it actually. It's called.
Twins? No. Brother? No.
It's called something.
It's
Anyway,
not
it's
something.
being carved by Kawasaki-san right now.
Right.
So that's the last of the 6.
but
And it's word is coming. It's coming through.
yeah.
Oh, it's Wednesday. Shiba-san, hello. Kino, sumimasen deshita. Come and say hello. Anyway, 5 out of 6 are done. The 6th one is coming.
おはようございます。
And then
And
We're
we've gone
doing some
beyond
more.
that. We've
Yeah.
gone beyond that. We have started the next one, which wasn't part of Kickstarter. The one Jed calls Times Burned Bright.
Yeah.
It's a Chrono Trigger image I've wanted to do for years. And John-san, as we speak, he is starting
starting
it.
it. Yeah.
Nuclear Heroes is alive and well. There's new prints being published, and
Yes.
prints as
There's
good
I
as or as better than any we've ever done before. So
Yeah.
it sounds kind of like I'm running out of time here.
Yep. 9:27.
Bobby-san, come and say hello. Good, good, good. Wednesday is Ladies' Day here. It's a fun day. Oh, they-chan, oh, good. Sandy Musume. Good, 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 good. More. Wednesday is my favorite day here, you know. No, really, really, really. You guys are good enough. You can do all the parties. I have no stress. And it's just 3 women.
Just-
Who can complain, you know? Yeah,
like,
right.
You gotta have them bring you the tea. And
Okay, just while you're still here, can you move the camera something and show these 3? Can you guys get it
Yes,
submitted?
we can.
Where's today's?
turning. I just don't want to
You
bump
get it?
the cords too bad. There they are.
Hey, the Wednesday crew!
Woo!
If you're gonna book a party, book it on Wednesday.
もうマックスになってるじゃないですか。
Ohayo. Good morning. Good morning. Ohayo gozaimasu.
Cameron said,
Thanks,
shut
everyone.
this thing down.
All right,
Let's
we're
get
outta
to work.
here.
Let's get to work.
Okay.
Apologies again for the bad technology here.
Yeah.
The new audio, the new video capture arrives Friday by DHL. It's promised. Saturday stream.
We'll
Cross
be-
your fingers.
Yeah.
Cross your fingers. So.
Okay. We will see. Oh, bonjour.
Oh,
Ah.
Audrey-san, bonjour.
Au revoir. Goodbye now. Okay, we're out of here. Thanks a lot, everyone. We will see you later.
It's great. It's okay. Don't embarrass you. It's all right.
Okay. Goodbye. If I can figure this thing out again. There we go. My camera's off. Hot mic. We will see you all next time.
No, I do not